Hello everyone, video number 1 of Everyday Bishop. Stick around, I'll tell you what everything's going to be about and what it's going to look like going forward. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking around. Let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing with this channel here, Everyday Bishop. So the reason I'm doing this is, one, I'm going to try to build a channel that is monetized. Again, a little bit more about that in just a moment. But it's going to be to try to support missions, some of the missions work that I do, but also really just a creative outlet or something for me to do to put out some of the things that interest me. And that's kind of the why behind the name, why this name. One of the popular things, and has been popular for quite some time, is everyday carry videos. Not necessarily from a survival standpoint, but just what people carry with them day to day. And what is it that you do every day? And for some reason, that's an interest to people. So I thought maybe just play off of that a little bit and do Everyday Bishop and share a little bit of what it is that I do. I may even look at Everyday Carry, but really just sharing some things that I do and some things that may be of interest to other people, because I really do believe that, first of all, I'm just kind of your average guy. And if things are of interest to me, I'm sure they're of interest to other folks. And YouTube numbers and Facebook numbers and things like that would bear that out to be 100% true. A lot of the videos that I've watched, have 1 million plus views. That means there's a lot of people interested in them. So I'm going to start this channel up. It's going to be very diverse. I'll talk a little bit about what all I'm going to talk about and how it's going to be set up. But I believe I can make a go of this. I have had a monetized YouTube channel once before. It was back in 2015, and it was before they changed the guidelines, and I feel like I got cheated maybe just a little bit with that, because I had just gotten monetized and I'd almost reached the threshold for my first payout. Back then it was pretty low. I was looking at getting my first $100 from YouTube, and they didn't pay out at that point. I think it was $100, and then they paid out. But that was back in 2015, so I had reached all the thresholds, the limits. My channel had gotten monetized, and I was almost ready to get my very first payout, and they changed the guidelines on me. That particular channel was called Guns, Ammo, and Gear. I looked at different readiness and preparation type things. I think one of my more popular videos, best I can remember, was actually on this like a 2,400 calorie food bar that had a 5-year shelf life that you could pick up at Walmart. And I covered a video you can see here on a fire starter. You can see a picture of my knife in there that you'll see on the header here as well. So I just talked about things like that. Reviewed guns, some of the handguns that I had. One of my favorite firearms ever was a Sig Sauer 1911. It was a Nightmare Edition fastback. Really, really beautiful firearm. Ended up trading it. I've traded a lot of firearms over the years, but at any rate, I did make a go of it, got it monetized, and I believe I can do that again, but it's going to take a lot of your help. So if you're interested in just various everyday things, firearms will be part of it, pens, watches, other things, then go ahead and click like, subscribe, share this with your friends, let them know about it. It's going to take all of you to be able to get monetized again. So I'm trying to build that to support missions, just to do the content creation, like I said. And even if it doesn't reach a level of monetization, then it's still going to be enjoyable for me, because I'm just going to talk about things that I like, things that I believe that the average person, the average man, would be interested in. And, maybe not the most random channel ever, but it might be. Because, and let me grab a Bible here, that will actually be one of the things that I talk about, will be premium Bibles from time to time. I am a pastor. I'm an ordained bishop, hence the title, Everyday Bishop. I'm a pastor first, but also an ordained bishop in the sense that I do serve on some state boards, elected and appointed, both. But I want to read this verse out of 1 Corinthians here. 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verses 19 through 23. And here's one of the things I hope to accomplish, because through all of this, one thing you're not going to have to worry about is language or things that are going to be necessarily an affront to your faith or your religion, being that I am an ordained bishop. But Paul talks this way. He says, "For though I am free from all, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them." And I certainly hope to do that. Hopefully through this channel I'll be able to reach some folks. Maybe they're interested in some of the things that I talk about. And in those videos, they'll get a little bit of Jesus Christ in to maybe help win them over. But that's 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 19. "For though I am free from all, I have made myself a servant to all, that I might win more of them. To the Jews I became as a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself under the law, that I might win those under the law. To those outside the law I became as one outside the law, not being outside the law of God, but under the law of Christ, that I might win those outside the law. To the weak I became weak, that I might win the weak. I have become all things to all people, that by all means I might save some. I do it all for the sake of the gospel, that I may share with them in its blessings." So that is certainly a big reason behind the why. So even if I don't reach monetization, I'm going to enjoy talking about things that I like, things that I enjoy doing as hobbies, things that I enjoy collecting, that type of thing. And in doing so, hopefully can just kind of be that everyday guy. Even though I am an ordained bishop, I'm still just an everyday guy. And I've got interest, and hopefully through those interests, I can win some people over. I told you I am a pastor, I am an ordained bishop, and I do have a degree in Bible and theology. I've got both an undergraduate degree and a graduate degree. So certainly part of what I do is going to center around Bible and theology. I'm going to do playlists. I'm going to try to section the channel off to where you can kind of get into the genre or the mode that you want to be into there, and stay within those playlists. And so there will be a Bible and theology section. Now, of course, within that, I'll talk a little bit about premium Bibles, just to kind of give you a view. Here is one of the Bibles that I will talk about. It's Crossway Premium Bible, an ESV, which is one of the two translations that I use pretty consistently. I use King James mostly for study and to preach. An ESV I use for study and personal reading. So I'll be talking about premium Bibles and different translations, things related to the Bible at various points, and that'll be part of the channel. Part of the channel will be maybe how I study, ways of study, software I use. I use Logos software, not a paid placement, obviously, just starting out. But so I'll talk a little bit about that. For messages, if you want preaching, if you want to hear that, then you can go to the church page, and I'll try to link it. I don't know that I can do inserts just yet, but it's Mill Creek Church of God, MILLCREEK Church of God. We have a Facebook page. We also have a regular website, millcreekcog.com. I'll overlay that on the screen here. So you can go there and find the messages either place on Facebook or YouTube. YouTube, you can find the better collection because Facebook takes things down after 30 days now. So some of the other things that I'll talk about, if you notice the header on the channel, one of them you would have seen would have been this pen here. In the thing, you would have also seen a watch, you would have seen a radio, some different things. So that's some of my hobbies and some of my interests. I collect fountain pens. So I'm going to have a playlist that addresses fountain pens. I'll review some. I've got 24 fountain pens. I've got a few quality ballpoint pens. I've actually got one that I use every day here. That is a Cross Century 2, I believe it is. But I use that each morning when I do my Bible journaling. I'll talk about watches. The watch that I have on right now currently is the Ultra 3 Apple. But I've got a few other watches. And so right now, glancing over, counting the Ultra 3, I've got 6 watches, 4 traditional watches. I've got 2 smart watches. So I may talk about those at some point. I do like some tech, in particular, how it relates to being able to do content creation, Bible study. So we may look at that a little bit. I'm pretty deep into the Apple ecosystem. Actually recording this on the newest, I think it's iPhone 17 Pro Max. I've got the Apple Watch Ultra 3, do all the editing on MacBook Pro. And I'm trying out the new Creator Studio that Apple done. So I may do a video on that at some point. Traditionally, I've used Adobe. I've used Adobe for quite some time. But I'm giving a go of this Apple Creator Studio. The Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro. Giving those a try. We'll see how they are. I'll see how I like doing the video edits. So we'll talk about that some. Might even talk about coffee. You'll notice a coffee mug. It's got 2 things. Number one, it's a coffee mug. That's important. Every morning I've got to have my coffee. Not for the caffeine. It doesn't really matter to me if it's caffeinated or not. It's just a routine and a ritual that I enjoy. And I get up and I enjoy my coffee and my time with Jesus each morning. But you'll notice that particular mug, it's one my oldest son got me. It says, I'm your Huckleberry. Tombstone, one of the greatest movies. So we may even get into movies a little bit sometimes. We might talk a little coffee. I love to cook. And I've actually been pretty convicted about eating clean. Not necessarily dieting, but just kind of eating clean and not overindulging, that type of thing. And I've actually lost a little over 20 pounds doing that, even through the holidays. So you may get a cooking video from time to time because I do love to cook. My wife and I cook together sometimes as just an activity to still stay engaged one with the other. I might talk a little clean eating sometimes, daily routine. May even take a look at studio as it progresses. Right now, you'll notice my backdrop of the desk. I've got a couple of books up top there that I use day to day. But I want to build a proper studio with proper seating, a good backdrop. I've got some things that some members of my church have gotten me over time that I would like to put up as a backdrop. One of them just kind of serves to build my ego a little bit. I'm looking over at it. It says top pastor, faith legend. It's got some other things on there, but I've got some things like that I would like to get up behind and actually do a proper studio with the mics brought in like they're supposed to, with better lighting, etc. So that's a little bit of what you can look forward to. Pretty eclectic, but again, I think most of us are kind of eclectic kind of folks. You know, our interests vary from time to time, and we don't laser in on one thing that we spend all of our time on. Obviously, the majority of my time is spent in Bible study, theology. You can find that on our church page. I've also got a nonprofit that I do, Renewed Ministries. You can find us renewedministries.net or renewedministries.org. And you can certainly support what we do there directly, or you can just spread this channel. Probably one of the more fun things that I'll do on the channel, let me throw this in and then I'll wrap up. We're going to shoot some stuff. I've already got a stack of older electronics, even some old metal credit cards. I've got an old Apple Titanium card. I've got an Amex Platinum card. I've got a couple of older iPhones. I've got an old iPad mini. Got some laptops that are ancient laying around. So maybe I do this. to close out the video. How about this? How about I pull out one of the old laptops and we see how it handles maybe some 124 grain critical duty 9 millimeter at a distance of, say, maybe about um, 5 yards or so, 15 feet, 15 to 20 feet. And we just have a little fun tearing up something that is of no value anymore anyway. Those videos seem to do pretty good. Certainly a lot of fun. A good way to vent a little frustration. So let's see if we can get to 100 subscribers first. And when we hit 100 subscribers, I'll go out to the range. I'll set up the cameras. I've got some portable mics that I can take with me. I've got some DJI mics, part of the tech that I like. And we will start shooting stuff at 100 subscribers. So help me get there. Help me to reach more people, being all things to all people. And then by doing that, just trying to win some to Christ and having a little fun along the way. Thanks for watching. Everyday Bishop. Look us up. I'll be working on a Facebook page. I'll be working on a website. I've already got the domain purchased, but for now, look us up here on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, hit the notification button. That way you can get notified. And tell your friends so when we get to 100 subscribers, we can shoot stuff. Shooting stuff is fun. I like to shoot stuff. It's a good activity that you can do. But I pray everyone has a blessed day. Thank you for tuning in.